Here's an exterior view of our 1949 Anglia, all steel, uncut, unchopped. We removed the trafficators. We didn't want the water leak in the side of the body. We put a 95 Escort 4-door roof on the top to cover up the big hole from the fabric top, and it was a great fit. Required a lot less body work than you think. All original steel, which we've had since 1992 when we rescued it from beside a barn which was buried in the ground, which had not as much rust as you'd think it would. That's why we ended up being able to use all the original parts, except for the lower trunk section there, which you can see, which I hand fabricated to take a set of taillights and a recessed plate. Stock steel lid, which still opens as it should from the top down, hangs from a set of belts, and car's pretty slick. We had a lot of fun with it. It's probably pushing 8,000 miles now since we started driving it in 2010. Car's been everywhere from our central area of New Hampshire to Cape Cod, to the top of Mount Washington, and a lot of cruise nights, a lot of car shows. Car shows very well, and people actually love this thing. Biggest question is, what is it? And anybody looking at the video probably does know what it is. It's a 1949 English Ford Anglia, which came with a little 4-cylinder flathead motor. We still retained all the original stock trim, door handles, stainless, etc. Didn't want that slicked out, you know, I like the original look. I mean, you chop these things, in my opinion, you hurt them, because it just takes away the proportion of the body, and the proportion of this body is just the best thing about it. Has a set of the original 7-inch headlights, which are extremely rare and extremely hard to find. The lower section lights are changed into dual filament for both parking and directional. We're running a big transcooler. It has heat and air conditioning. We filled the engine bay with a 1989 Mustang GT 5.0. Full fuel injection. Runs awesome. Runs fast. And you know, custom fan shroud. Every piece on this car is custom, from the radiator all the way back to every other part of it. Be a quick look at the inside here, which is a completely hand fabricated dashboard, floors, you name it in there, it's custom. We run the air conditioning from Vintage Air, which is actually running the big tub in the back there, and that keeps us very warm. A little issue with the cooling still, because the actual section where you get your heat from runs through a section in the floor. Back end is a 16.5 gallon fuel cell. Optima battery mounted there to the side. Amp and subwoofers mounted to the back. Still plenty of trunk room for your you know, cooler and such. Stock lid, as I said, you know, keeping the same latches and everything else. Car's pretty cool. Fatman fabricated chassis, which I have made the appropriate tweaks to keep it. It was kind of hairy to drive at first. We added a sway bar to the rear. I liked it so much, and actually added one to the front, which are custom made pieces from a company up in Canada, which allows you to custom shape and make your own bars, which is cool, and they work really well. So now this thing handles like a slot car. Has a line lock, B&M Pro ratchet. It has a I Did It column, which was custom made to length for me. You know, hand fabricated my own foot and gas pedals, floors, you name it. Junkyard seats out of a Chrysler Laser, nice and comfortable. Still working on an interior for it. It has 3 feet worth of exhaust, which is a little on the loud side, but car gets its point across. Like I said, it has line lock. This thing has such good traction, all it wants to do is launch. So in order to get any rubber out of the tires, you need to line lock this and let it roll. It does 70 miles an hour on the highway at 2,000 RPM and gets 23 miles to the gallon, which is cool. And it will still handle its business if you ask it to. It sounds good. Hope you enjoy it. Bye.